Chapter 9. Why Don't They? Some of the more common queries often repeated are, why don't they come openly to communicate with us? Why don't they teach us? What is their purpose anyway? Our brothers have told me it would not be easy for your people to understand our purpose. The Creator is all in one, and the same in all vastness. We are all working as one. Their purpose in life is to continually grow in knowledge, seeking always to change into order that which has been disordered, knowing that in living and purifying experiences and things, they add to the perfect light of that of the divine. Their every thought and deed is to please and obey the will of the Creator, doing all things lovingly. Can men of earth truthfully admit as much? These beings of sister planets, our brothers, are not coming to earth to create phenomena, to appear in your front yard just to please you or satisfy your curiosity, or to purposely create any disturbance of any kind, or to deliberately interfere with our governments or our way of life. Their ships in our skies are significant of friendship and brotherhood. If this were not the case, they could have taken us over, lock, stock, and barrel, long ago, and without a struggle. Since they understand universal laws and know how to employ them, they could easily change conditions on earth. They could bring war and aggression to an end, as far as physical manifestation is concerned, and in moments of time. But as long as these things are in the heart of man, it would be of no avail to remove them from the outer world. They know only too well that man's destiny lies within man's own self, and therefore they do not come into our world to force mankind to become as they are, for no one can become what they do not desire of their own free will. Their major purpose in coming is not only scientific, but also to alert man to the need of understanding himself, knowing himself for what he really is, of becoming aware of potent, dormant faculties lying in wait within the inner man, to be awakened. We must remember that our brothers have their lives to live and to fulfill, striving for improvement, and problems to be met, too. Yet they are willing to take time out from their own advancement to extend a helping hand to their stumbling brothers living in darkness. They do not compel any man into a way of life, therefore they desire only to help those who desire to become more perfect channels for the manifestation of divine law, to help those climbing the ladder to at-one-ment with the divine. It is not their objective to teach us at present, for we must first help ourselves to advance by beginning to live with more respect toward each other, and help ourselves to unfold by making an attempt to tap the unused reservoirs of power lying deep within us. We must make an effort to lift ourselves out of our present state of self-consciousness into the real immortality of cosmic consciousness. Cosmic consciousness is the result of growth, not some sudden power. It is a knowledge of the life, law, and order of the universe, and knowing that everything is a part of the universal law, and that all life is merely a unified division of the whole. We are aware that before time existed we were, and after time we will be, that we are creator and created. They are not interested in the personal problems of our everyday life. They are interested in our spiritual growth, in humanity as a whole, and therefore it is their purpose to give us guidance and counsel if we will but accept it. Thus they refer us to the highest source of truth teachings available on our planet, teachings of universal principle true throughout the universe and on all other planets. This, that we may gain a clear and detailed understanding of the real nature of man, that we may regain the spirituality which was once ours, that each who so desires may play his part in bringing forth the kingdom of heaven, our holy city on earth, that ultimately universal peace will reign throughout the cosmos. Man must first seek the kingdom of heaven within himself before the Christ kingdom can be established here on our planet. Man must create an inner harmony and understanding and reflect the Christ light into the outer material world. Our brothers know that the kingdom will not be brought in without a terrific struggle in the heart and soul of man. For many there are who love darkness and will take their stand in opposition and rejection. They know this earth is a prison world with many rebel souls, and as long as they, the rebel souls, have an intense desire for power, dominance, and destruction, that long will the struggle, the battle, exist. Validated records have been kept of strange objects they have been seen in the skies for centuries by competent observers in Europe, Asia, America, and other places. The earth has been watched for a long time by races of other worlds, though it is not the only planet that has been under observation, even in other systems. For a long period of time, this globe of ours has been quarantined. Our brothers bid me with deep, impressive feeling, "You may tell your people we would like to be welcome to come openly, and not in secrecy, as we have to plan." How can they come among us freely when there is rampant in man's being a desire for power and dominance over his fellow man? When we are a hostile people under military control, how can they come freely when the public has not prepared itself to accept them openly, either believing there are no other inhabited worlds, or if so, God positively would not permit the inhabitants to come to this earth, or if there is some sort of life form existent on other planets, then it either has not the intelligence to invent or propel a spacecraft to Earth, or if so, they could only be monsters and their intentions anything but peaceful. Hence, how can our brothers come openly when the enamored multitudes, satisfied with belief rather than knowledge, do not understand that our danger lies here on earth with man himself, but prefer to believe that they, our brothers, are the menace? Man has sought the lower and the world rather than the higher and the spiritual, and that which is beyond the world. Therefore our brothers do not come openly and freely among us in a quarantined world. It can be said that they do not come among us freely for the same reason that the Great White Lodge has stayed apart from the world. There are some people who wonder why those of the Lodge do not come forth to help a chaotic world. These great ones, our elder brothers, are not material rulers, but spiritual rulers. They are guides of mankind. They remain hidden from the world at large, for if material man could find his way to them, the masters would have to spend all their time protecting themselves from power-mad men, endeavoring to obtain the secrets they have. The great ones are custodians of knowledge, and man must earn the right to it. It is being written in books and filmed for the movies that flying saucers do exist, but their home is not the earth. However, it all depends on what type of UFO is being referred to. Readers and moviegoers are being led astray with half-truths and fallacies which are dangerous as well as misleading. The documented picture UFOs, released in theaters throughout the country the summer of 1956, was, I believe, the first factual showing of its kind. Though it did not reveal too much, it was a refreshing change from the fear of silence or denial to which the public has been subjected, in that it was admitted the UFOs are real, they do exist, that they are solid objects, not birds or balloons or hallucinations or reflected lights, that they are not anything the United States is either experimenting with or producing, and as far as they know, no other country is producing any. I might add that the United States and other countries own a number of types of modern planes that are kept secret from the public, and are similar in appearance to the so-called flying saucers, and have been mistaken for them.